time to find and kill the bastard who killed Ryoma. Hello, welcome back to Peace Storm. I am Pluvius Lilon, and today we're playing Danganronpa Ved Thread. And when we last left off, Ryoma got drowned and eaten by piranha. So now we're gonna investigate that and, figure out at the class trial who was responsible. My money right now is on Himiko. Yeah, either Himiko or Angie. Because the timing of that magic show seemed way too suspicious, and also Angie seems kind of sus. Look at Kyumi up there, just like next to the timer. Yeah, what I think could have happened was they didn't drown him here. They're like he's a professional tennis player. He wouldn't drown. Like, he can hold his breath for more than a minute, which is how long the magic show lasted. What I think happened is they drowned him in the swimming pool because it's super shallow, and you couldn't really drown any of these other guys in it. Ryoma was a pretty short guy, so that's what I think. I think Angie took Ryoma to the pool, drowned him there, and then dropped him into the water tank during the magic show. But let's see what the others think. I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic? I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow. So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes? If that's true, did Himiko tell someone? Someone who thinks the trick is actual magic? Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kyo murmured to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage? Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Kyo backstage. So we got a crap in my throat. This is a pretty long rope. What was it used for? I estimate it is roughly 65 feet in length. You can tell just by looking at it? I'm well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay. I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on this investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could it be related to the case? Man, Kyo must be into some freaky shit. Is there something here? No. Or, is there something here? No. Let's decide that after we search it. Investigate anything that stands out. I mean, look at him. He looks like he's into freaky shit. Since the show was used for the murder, we must investigate Himiko's trick as well. Perhaps there are clues here. The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. At first glance, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. There might be some trick to it, but only a magician would know. There's nothing strange about it from behind, other than the large size. It's a normal tank. All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. How, I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank? Well, if we figured it out easy, it wouldn't be a magic trick. I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we'll discover how Ryoma got in there. That is true. There's a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. Is that all? Yeah, I can't tilt left or right. The puddle? What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't the puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet here doing something. Changing wet clothes? But how could you get from the water tank to this place behind the staircase? There may be a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. I mean, I looked at everything. I talked to everyone. The rope, the puddle, the tank, Kaito, Kyo. Investigate everything again? Okay, inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it. I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage, but I still don't know how the trick was performed. Hey, how long are you gonna investigate here? We gotta find the culprit, you know? Come on, let's go. Wait, Kaito. Although there are many unknown variables, the first thing we need to make clear is, when was Ryoma murdered? Well, in the middle of the show, obviously. Wrong. The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching the show wasn't suspicious. Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you? No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast. What? You got it? I'm not suspicious. I do not understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me. Okay, good. I'm not just stupid. Kiwo does have a point. If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic. Got it? I'll use my Neo Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive the trial? My first command to my new sidekick is, investigate everywhere and find clues. Don't overlook anything, you got it? Yeah, my magic was supposed to make everyone smile. Don't worry, everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now. Himiko, if it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works, if we're going to solve this mystery. There's no trick to my underwater escape act. It was magic. You're still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in? No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic. But... Okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you want to feel the full volcanic wrath of my Neo Aikido. Man, this guard's more strict than the security at idol events. I should investigate the stage. There might be a clue there. Okay, investigate everything. You were helping set up the show, right, Kirumi? Did you hear anything about the trick? No, I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and curtains, so I do not know the details of her trick. I see. This is the timer that was counting down the escape trick. I didn't realize it was also a timer to reveal Ryoma's body. When I stood on the stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now, and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. Only the front side is glass. All the other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass. Oh yeah, the tank was from Himiko's research lab. Hey Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right? Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko, and Angie. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there. It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have been easy to lift. It seems this is where the lighting batten for the gym is attached. Ah, Kirumi. The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. It seems they lowered the batten, hatched the piranha tank to it, then raised it again. I never knew lighting battens were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that. Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Well, guess we better batten down the hatches. Am I right, folks? Ugh. What other things? What is this? It is the control panel for the stage lights. It allows you to raise and lower the batten. I see. That wasn't even a truth bullet. Ah! Yeah, I mean, I investigated the timer. I investigated the... Okay, held up by the lighting batten. Oh, the curtain. There's a heavy curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side. What's the matter? You want to check that window out? Yeah, but... It's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it is pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank? That's right. There's a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaito quickly headed off to the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder. But, you know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder? Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs. You can just barely reach the window with this. Then if you open the curtain... Ah, the window's open. If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it? The culprit may have gone in and out through this window. So what's on the other side of that window? I can't see much, but I think it's the pool. A pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. Alright, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there. Wait. By the way, Kaito, can you see my delicates? What's up? Nothing. That just looks like the marks on the window frame. The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. This might be related to the case. I should remember it. I climbed down from the ladder onto the stage. You done investigating the window? Then I'll go put the ladder back. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Kaito. Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this? He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. I've investigated everything I want to on the stage. We all done here? Then let's go. Yeah, okay. That's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage. Hey, Angie. I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage. Then, do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps? No, I don't know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see. I suppose she didn't tell Angie the secret either. By the way, you asked for other people to help you with the preparations, right? Yep. We started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab. Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work. I asked Kirumi to sew the curtains because I hate sewing. So basically, it's all thanks to Atwa that the show was a success. No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? By the way, were the piranhas your idea? On its own, the Underwater Escape Act is no different from a normal magic show. I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas. That's what Atwa told me. So Atwa gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those were from Himiko's lab, correct? Yep. According to the piranha tank's manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. I see. That means most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab. And right when we finished the prep work and were about to take a break, Gonta captured us so we couldn't rehearse at all. When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime and we couldn't go back to the gym. Oh yeah, you can't enter the gym at nighttime. So we decided to come to the gym today, before the morning announcement. Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved when the set was intact. So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got there. What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried because of this confusing incident? Don't worry, it'll be fine. What? Atwa has spoken. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about? Nothing can escape Atwa's sight, not even the culprit. Atwa is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Angie's starting to sound more and more creepy. Also sus. Hey Flemwad, there's something I need you to tell me. That's not a very polite way to ask someone for something. It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta captured you guys last night. The hell was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened. Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still don't know what went on. How did Miu escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him. Chop chop, you slimy shit! Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. The first ones to get captured were Kibo, Kyo, Tsumugi, Tenko, and I. Himiko and Angie were brought in later. From the gym, right? Exactly. And Kokichi left the room after, around 9 p.m. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that. We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime, around 11 p.m. So from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi. Are me, Kirumi, Maki, and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit? By the way, Miu, how were you able to get away from Gonta? Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that. Secret woman weapon? Oh, hey, what's a secret woman weapon? She trying to laugh it off? Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out. You're probably right. Perhaps it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. If Himiko doesn't tell us how the magic or how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her? Oh, what if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? And he murdered a lookalike of himself in order to sabotage her show? Or something like that. It's happened before, probably. Is that another obscure anime reference? I'm glad Himiko made the game more difficult. Now I won't be nearly as bored. Time to work hard and solve this mystery. Get ready, culprit, 'cause here I come! Man, I am so looking forward to Ultimate Talent Development Plan so that I can have Kokichi and Byakuya interact with each other. Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta could have saved him. Gonta, what's wrong? When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could have helped Ryoma. But Gonta got scared. Too scared to do anything. Sorry. Gonta really sorry. A man shouldn't apologize so easily. And even if you had jumped in, they would have just eaten you too. And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta. Huh? Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file? You haven't read the Monokuma file yet? No. Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be of help. What are you talking about? If you've got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do. That's right, Gonta. You're a huge help. There's some information that only you know, after all. Information only Gonta know? Remember, during the show, you went up to the stage? That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right? Yeah, 'cause Gonta worry about Himiko. Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma? Or did you see Himiko or Ryoma? No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised. Aw, you can't do that. We're in the middle of the show. Okay, so the culprit dropped Ryoma in. Yeah, the culprit dropped Ryoma in right when the piranhas dropped. That's what I'm thinking. But if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh? But when the piranhas were dropped and the curtains open, Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that's right. Then when did Ryoma get in there? You didn't see it happen? Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in. After that. Sorry. Gonta should have watched tank better. Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. Yeah, you're right. But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the underwater escape act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick? I'm positive that mystery will be an important point of this case. I believe we've investigated everything we need to know for now. Well, our investigation's over now, so who's the culprit? I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate. What? You still don't know? I never thought detective work would be such work. So where else do we gotta investigate? First, the pool next to the gem. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at. After that, I want to go into Ryoma's room to find out which motive video he had. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deduced that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there. Is that everything? Last of all, to the Ultimate Magician's lab. I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be some kind of clue. We still got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gotta be you doing the heavy lifting here. Right. What do you mean, right? Are you saying I'm useless? Is there any right way to respond to that? Alright, so the gym's next. Okay. So yeah, I think there is a connection between my two theories here, that he was drowned in the gym beforehand, or I mean that he was drowned in the pool, and that he was then dropped into the tank during the magic show, like at the same time that the piranhas dropped. Okay, yeah, since Himiko's lab is closest, I'll check that first. Whoa. So this is Himiko's research lab. What are we gonna investigate again? The trick that Himiko used in her magic show. I need to figure out how it worked. Well, you say that, but what if it was real magic with no tricks or mechanisms? Well, that would be a problem. But it's not just about the trick. I need to ask that guy some questions. Hey Shuichi, you want to ask me something? I'll tell you anything you want to know. You're my favorite after all. When he says that, it sounds like he means the opposite. It makes me nervous. I do, actually. It's about when we were kidnapped by Gonta yesterday. You snuck into our rooms and stole our motive videos, right? But is that all you were doing? You came back pretty late. I see. You want to know my alibi for nighttime yesterday? That's a good question to ask. The gym's off limits during nighttime, so Ryoma was probably killed before or after. Which makes nighttime yesterday so suspicious, since everyone was doing their own thing. And what were you doing then? It'd be easier if I just explained step by step what happened while I was out last night. After you regained consciousness, Shuichi Gonta brought Himiko and Angie. That was about 5 minutes before 9 p.m. Right after that, I left Gonta's lab and headed toward the dorms. I thought I'd be back in an hour, the start of nighttime, but something happened. Something happened? Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. Started making trouble in the neighborhood. And she started criticizing my behavior and lecturing me on my manners and relationships. Can you believe that? I mean, who does she think she is? My mom or something? Didn't you ask Kirumi to be your mom earlier? She just kept talking, then finally let me go at around 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour? Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half. She started to bore me, so I turned around to leave, and then... Stop right there. Our conversation is not over yet. I don't gotta listen to you. You're not worthy of lecturing the ultimate supreme leader. Come on, Miss Maid. Catch me if you can. Is that a request? And then, I guess Kirumi decided to take tag super seriously. I tried my best, but in the end, she caught me a little before 10 p.m. Then she started lecturing me again and let me go when nighttime started. So, do your alibis hold up even when she was chasing you around? We ran into each other a bunch of times, but... So yeah, they should hold up. Then from 9 p.m. until nighttime, both Kokichi and Kirumi have alibis. After Kirumi let me go, I finally went to the dorms and collected everyone's videos. But by the time I returned to Gonta's lab, it was already 11 p.m. Then from 10 to 11, he doesn't have an alibi. Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. It was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit. That was probably Mew. I wonder who it was. A girl in her underwear? What the hell is he talking about? By the way, you didn't get captured by Gonta yesterday, did you, Kaito? Where were you? What were you doing? I was running around the whole time. I hid in the bathrooms, bedrooms, all over the school. I see. What are you doing here, Tsumugi? What are you doing here? Huh? Well, I'm investigating. I know I'm plain, but it's plain to see I'm investigating. Is that so? So, did you find any clues? I'm still thinking about that. But I don't think you can uncover clues just by thinking about them. No. In fact, I still haven't found anything. Then get to it. Looking around is how you find clues. But I think leaving that guy alone is just plain bad. Tsumugi gave Kokichi a meaningful glance. So I've decided to plainly keep an eye on him. That way even plain old me can help out. Even if it's to solve this case, revealing Himiko's tricks is... well, it makes things kind of boring. Huh? Kaito, are you the type who wants to believe in magic? No, Kaito believes in Himiko's magic. It's not what I mean. I was just thinking that her tricks are like magic that brings smiles to people. Yeah, I guess you could think about it that way. Besides, just like my dream to go to space. I believe I can travel across the Milky Way. I believe I'll meet aliens. Flying around space with thoughts like that is the true spirit of adventure. So it's like that. Kaito, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Your idealistic dreams won't help this situation. Hey, who are you calling stupid? No need to yell. Saw. What a huge saw. Hey, Shuichi, wanna play a game? It's probably used for the saw person in half trick. Is this used for magic tricks too? I've seen it in magic shows before. This has nothing to do with the case. This is a bird cage. Or this is a big cage. I might fit in this. This has nothing to do with the case. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. There's several swords stabbed into a human-sized box. But if there was a person inside, they could come out just fine. That's the trick, I think. Oh, is that a backup tank? It's a huge water tank. Looks like the one that was used in Himiko's show. Looks like the same tank Himiko used in the show. I guess this one was a backup. That's what Himiko told me in Kibo when we carried the tank out of here. Then perhaps if we investigate this tank, we can learn the secrets of the trick. Encouraged, I began walking around the tank. I was looking for anything that could be a switch or mechanism. What's this? There's a segment of the tank near the top that opens up. But why open up there? Wait, perhaps it isn't random. The segment had to open up here. Okay. Okay. I was waiting for Shuichi to go, oh, well, that's everything. Okay, so out we go. Let's see, what else did I need to investigate besides the gem? Okay, I think the gem was this way. It was this way. What's the matter? This isn't related to the case, right? We don't know when the class trial's gonna start. We can't just be going on a walk. That, true. Wait a minute. Right, the pool. Right, I think the pool's back here. Oh, no, that's the backyard. Okay, those are the dorms. Dining hall. Can I fast travel to where I need to go? Okay, yes. Alright, so the dorms. Here we go, the pool. Oh, I see something has changed. There's an inner tube floating in the pool. Looks like a big, sturdy rubber one. Let me guess, some idiots didn't clean up after themselves. Don't look at us. I don't like water. I prefer juice.
We get heavier when our cotton absorbs water. It makes losing weight a nightmare.
I want to play in the water with everyone. It sounds fun.
You know, Monodon might be onto something. I kind of want to go in the pool now.
Yeah, who cares about losing weight?
Idiots! We're not here to play. We're here to smack these bastards into the pits of hell. We're the Mono Cubs. The meanest, scariest, nastiest, cruelest mascots around. If you don't get it, I'll throw you all into the pool myself.
Please don't.
Monosuke, please stop. Can't we all just get along? You say that if we don't get along, I'll end up like Mono Kid?
Oh, I feel like Monosuke is gonna go next. So then, it was one of us that put the inner tube there, not the Mono Cubs? Well, it doesn't matter. The inner tube probably isn't related to the case. Isn't related to the case? If it were just for playing around, then why is there a rope tied to it? What could it be for? It's probably related to the rope that was found by the stairs. That is intriguing. Okay, well, bits of fabric. Huh? There's something else floating in the pool. Looks like a little piece of fabric. It's just trash, right? Nothing to be worried about. We're looking for the culprit. We don't have time to pick up trash. Yes, but perhaps it's just my intuition, but it does bother me. I should learn to trust sometimes. Or I should learn to trust it sometimes. My intuition is the ultimate detective. It's a large diving board. Looks like something you'd find at a resort. Nothing about it has changed. Doesn't look like a normal school pool. Looks like a pool at a resort. Plenty of water to swim in. Oh yeah, let's look at the storage room. This is the pool's equipment shed. I'll take a look inside just to be safe. Huh? Is that an electric air pump? I see. You could easily fill a large inner tube with this. There doesn't seem to be anything else worth inspecting. Pool rules, specifications. There's something bothering me about the pool rules.
No jumping into the pool, especially at nighttime.
Whoa, where'd you come from?
I mean, jumping itself is fine. If you want to jump in front of a car or train, that's on you. But the pool is off limits at nighttime. See? No swimming at nighttime.
That would be a violation, right?
If anyone violates a school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. And that person will be ripped apart by the Exosols.
You'd go that far?
Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet. Since that's the case, can we assume no one was in the gym or pool at nighttime? Well, at the very least, no one alive. No swimming at nighttime. That just might play into this case.
Alright. Turning down my phone. Drama going on at Lesser Frog Job, and they're blowing up my phone as usual. You can see the gym's window over there. That's the window we investigated on top of the stage in the gym. I mean, it's pretty high up. You wouldn't be able to reach it with just a ladder. I agree. The ladder only barely reached the window, and that was on the stage. If that's the case, then it might have been hard for someone to go through there. Yeah, you might be right. What if they had a bamboo sword with them? Hey, Shuichi. Does this pool here really have anything to do with this case? We got all psyched up about it, but it doesn't seem like there were any clues here. Well, that inner tube is still bothering me. I don't know what it tells us, but I feel like it's related to the case. But you know, if that inner tube is related to this case, the culprit's pretty careless. If it was related to the case, why didn't they clean it up? Just leaving it sitting out like that? Don't you think that's straight up careless? No, even if they wanted to put it away, they couldn't. There's no pole or anything around there that you could use to get the inner tube. The water level's too low, so you couldn't grab the tube even if you did manage to bring it closer. Then why not just jump in and fish it out by hand? Oh, that's right, they couldn't get in the water. Couldn't get in the water. Yes, I suppose you could think of it that way. Well, we can't stay here forever, right? Let's go check out the other places. It's no time to waste. Isn't that right, sidekick? Yeah, sure. Right, and then we also need to investigate the dorms, I'm pretty sure. Oh, right, yeah. They wanted to, yeah, Shuichi wanted to know whose motive video Ryoma had. Okay. Let's see. There it is. This is Ryoma's room, huh? So where's his video? I don't see it sitting out anywhere. Maybe he put it on his bookcase? Kaito opened all the drawers one by one, checking each of them. That's weird. I can't find it anywhere. I see, so we can't find it. That's alright. That's a clue in itself. Huh? What do you mean? You see, if we suppose the motive for the crime was the video, there's a high possibility that Ryoma had the culprit's motive video. If their motive video was left at the scene, they'd be immediately suspicious. There's no reason the culprit would leave behind that kind of incriminating evidence. That's true. And the video is not in the room, which means... So it's just like we thought. That video was the motive. Yes, that's the best explanation I can think of. Alright. This is what I'd expect from my top sidekick. What's the matter, Shuichi? That, nothing. By the way, I was thinking... Maybe we should have watched those motive videos after all. What? They showed the most important people to us, right? So, maybe we should have watched them without looking away from the truth. At the time, I agreed with Kibo, but
after thinking about it, I changed my mind. And if we were worried about watching them alone, we could have just watched them together. Watch them together? Yeah, we should have gathered everyone, watched all the videos, shared everyone's motives. Even if it's something you can't bear by yourself, it'd be possible with everyone. That's what cooperation is, right? Yeah, that's what Kokichi was trying to do. Huh? Kokichi was trying to get us to participate in a motive video viewing party of sorts. That's why he forced us into the same room. Do you think that was his way of cooperating? Do you think the same way? No. If that's what he wanted, he could have just asked us. That's what a normal person would have done, but the thing is, he's not normal. Maybe he did want us to cooperate, but there's no way to know for sure. He'd never tell us. That's true. It's impossible to know what Kokichi was thinking, but I suppose he could have been acting in our favor for once. Let's see. Is there anything to investigate? What about the closet? I should investigate here as well, just in case. When I opened the closet, I discovered several identical sets of clothes, just like Ryoma wore. Just like my room. Yeah, my closet's like this too. It's packed with nothing but my uniforms. Really? It must be the same for everyone. There's no Cubs pad here, so the culprit must have taken it. It's a normal bed. Looks just like the one in my room. I don't see the Cubs pad here. Nothing else out of the ordinary either. Kokichi's just not normal. Jeez, what a pain. Well, forget about Kokichi. We gotta focus on the investigation. Let's move on. Where else? Oh. Over here! Maki, what are you doing here? Earlier you said you weren't going to help us investigate. Were you serious about that? You'll be fine, even if I don't help, right? You're the detective, not me. Or do you think you can't solve this case on your own? That's completely different. This is... That's pretty harsh. My sidekick's working his ass off. Sidekick? Yep, Shuichi's my sidekick now. Shouldn't it be the other way around? The dumb one should be the sidekick. The dumb one? I'm more of a scientist type of guy, so this stuff really isn't my thing. Wouldn't being a scientist be helpful for an investigation? More importantly, why have you been here the whole time? Is there a reason? Why do you care? Because it's been bothering me. You've been in here ever since this room opened up. Almost as if you're keeping watch, making sure no one else enters. Is this an interrogation? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want you to talk to me, Maki. This has nothing to do with the case. Please tell me so. Or if this has nothing to do with the case, please tell me so. It's true that you don't have to help us if you don't want to. But you should at least cooperate with our investigation. Because all our lives are on the line. Even if I did cooperate, it wouldn't be any help. Mostly because I've been in here for the last several days. I've only gone back to my dorm at night to shower, including last night. Then I can ask you this. Did you see Gonta at all last night? Gonta was searching the grounds last night, trying to capture all of us. How were you able to avoid being caught? Gonta did stop by, but I managed to chase him off somehow. All I did was tell him, if you lay a hand on me, you'll choke to death on your own tongue. That's all. So Gonta got scared off by that? Well, I guess he would hold back against a girl. As I listened to Maki's testimony, a question grew in my mind. Why did Maki not want to leave so badly? What reason did she have for that? Are we done here? You're wasting your time talking to me. I don't know anything.
Okay, I'm done here.
Huh? You are?
Well, her alibi is a little shaky, but I don't think she killed Ryoma. That's what my instincts are telling me. But if you remember anything, be sure to tell Shuichi, okay? He's my sidekick, you know? He's pretty good.
In the end, the only thing we were able to get out of Maki was that she was here the whole time. But no one else can verify that testimony. That might be a problem later. Huh? What are you doing here, Kirumi? We all agreed to investigate with at least one other person present, yes? As she spoke, she glanced toward Maki. Ah, so you're staying with Maki.
That's good thinking. Hey, once we're done with the trial, can I get a massage?
But of course. Since you're here, Shuichi, may I ask you a question? The time of death was not provided, so I'm questioning everyone in order to determine it. When was the last time you saw Ryoma alive? Right before I was kidnapped by Gonta yesterday, around 6 in the evening.
The last time I saw him was way before then. I didn't see him at all yesterday, actually.
Then you are fine, Kaito. What's important is the last time someone witnessed him alive. The last time someone witnessed Ryoma alive. Gonta was the last one to see him alive around 8 p.m. yesterday. Ryoma managed to avoid being captured by him using his Shukuchi method. So Ryoma was still running around after I got captured. Furthermore, 30 minutes earlier, Miu saw Ryoma as she was fleeing from Gonta. In that case, Gonta's testimony is highly credible. Yes, we at least know that Ryoma was alive yesterday until around 8 p.m. Alright, what's next? Right, we need to investigate Ryoma's lab.
Balls.
The Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. If I'm right, then the handcuffs that were found in the tank came from here. And if the handcuffs came from here, that means the culprit was here as well. They may have left a trace of evidence. This room is a little different from when we were here before. It feels off.
What's the matter, Shuichi?
Nothing. Anyway, let's figure out the handcuffs. We should take care of that problem first. What? Oh, the net. This is the first time I've been in here. It's a shower room, but it feels less like the Ultimate Tennis Pros, and more like the Ultimate Prisoner's lab.
Do you think it was made that way on purpose? Did they remodel the shower just for that?
Yeah, I think they did.
Jeez, Monokuma's got bad taste. Well, we already knew that.
This is a pretty big stone sink. You could fill it up with a lot of water. What's this? Scratches on the stone, like something was scraped against it.
You're right. What made them?
The scratch marks are clearly not natural. They must have been made by some kind of metal. That is interesting.
Did they drown him in the fucking sink?
There they are, the handcuffs. Look, Kaito, handcuffs hanging on the wall.
Oh, they look like the ones in the tank. Or wait, are they the same?
I think so. Here, look. See? One empty hook. The handcuffs we found must have been hung here. That means the culprit was definitely here. This window has no vines or barbed wires or bars blocking it. Could it be? There was that one window I could see from the pool area. This might be it. I'm gonna open it and check. Yes, this is definitely it. The window I could see from the pool area is Dioma's lab window. The third floor is high up, but if they aimed well, they could reach the pool. Monokuma said you can only go in the pool at nighttime, right?
If anyone violates a school regulation, a campus-wide siren will blare. And then that person will be ripped apart by the exosols.
You'd go that far?
Well, so far the siren hasn't gone off, so no one's needed to be ripped apart. Yet.
Because that hasn't happened yet, can we assume no one was in the gym or pool at nighttime?
Well, at the very least, no one alive.
Why'd he say no one alive? I believe he was hinting at what. I believe he was hinting that a dead person wouldn't be considered to be breaking the rules, which means it is possible that a dead body was in the gym or pool at nighttime. So there's a chance Dioma was carried to the gym after he was killed. But, you know, there's no point in carrying his body there if you can't even get in. I don't know if it's safe to say there was no point. Wait a sec. What's this? Huh? Look, there's weird scratches on the window's frame. Yeah, it's as if something was scraped against it. These marks, they're similar to the ones that were on the gym's window frame. I'm positive these marks aren't the result of opening and closing the window normally. This window frame is sturdy as well. The gym's window frame was the same way. Looks like it would hold even with a lot of weight on it. Now you understand, right, Shuichi? What? How amazing I am to have noticed such a super ultra important clue. It's all in a day's work for Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars. I mean, I found a pretty important clue too, but I wouldn't say that. We came here to confirm my suspicion about the handcuffs in the tank, but we found even more important clues than I expected. Together with the fact that this is Dioma's own lab, there are too many points of concern to be mere coincidence. It must be important evidence. Seems like you figured something out. You seem more confident. Alright, then on to the next place. There's no point in staying here. Right. That probably means probably means the investigation's over. So where should we go? Oof. As he came out of the shower room, Kaito tripped and fell to the ground. The hell? Something caught on my leg. Looks like a cable. Is this for the tennis net? Man, whoever left this here should have put it in the corner. Wait, the tennis net? I see. So that's why this room felt odd. I should investigate this in detail. Kaito, you said this cable is for hanging up the tennis net, right? Yeah, that's right. It's the cable that keeps the net up. That's it. The reason I thought this room felt off is because of the net. When I came here last time, the tennis net was up. But now the cable's been removed. So, like, someone took the cable off? Why would they do that? Kaito, can you help me? I want to measure how long this cable is. Whip it out, Kaito. No need. It's just about 50 feet long. What? No, I was in the tennis club until middle school, so I know how long the cable is. You were in the tennis club? That's why it pissed me off so much that Ryoma was acting like that. Did you know Ryoma from before? I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. I mean, these days, there's no one who's played tennis that hasn't heard of him. He's been a tennis legend since middle school. He was like a hero to every tennis kid. And then, once I finally got to meet him, he became a coward. That pissed me off so much, I ended up being too hard on him. But regretting that now won't help. There's nothing I can do. So what's suspicious about the length of the cable? Did something about it bother you? No, nothing specific. I was just checking. So detectives get bothered by small details, huh? Looks like an overbearing mother-in-law nitpicking a young wife. What is that analogy? Dingity dongity, a bingity bongity.
Already tired of investigating? Oh, you've been tired of it for a while now. Well, that's how it goes. Investigations aren't all that fun, you see. But it's a necessary step before we can move on to the main event. Kinda like searching the internet for that perfect porno video. In fact, some people think the search is the best part. Weird, huh? Anyway, the class trial is starting soon. Please gather at the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard. See you later.
Looks like it's time, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, why do you look so worried now? Don't worry. You can do it. I believe in you.
Believe in me? Why? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's a chance that I'm the cult.
I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that?
What?
Isn't that why you believed in Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but if I worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. Shuichi, we're still young. I can't die before I've had my first drink or gone to space. If you're not going to get yourself in gear now, then when? Now's all you got.
Yeah, Kaito. I know.
Yeah, that's the expression I wanted to see. That's my sidekick.
He's right. I just have to do it. I have to believe in myself. I have to believe that I can do this. I'm going to survive. We're going to survive. Together. Maybe I don't really understand it. Maybe I don't have a reason. I don't want to live. I want to die with everyone else. No, I want to live. I want to live a long life. I don't want to die. I can't die in a place like this. Never. Oh yeah. Right, the Shrine of Judgment. Okay. Courtyard. Here we go. Alright, well, we'll end it right here. But, if you enjoyed this video, then no further actions required on your part, and we'll see you at the class trial.